Despite the challenges of bad weather and coordination of teams in different bases, the expedition managed to cover great distances and collect information on biodiversity richness, reef status, and other information.
Yeah, we had 38 species of mushroom coral, which is quite a high number. Also in comparison with other areas in the coral triangle, but it's not as much as we found in Semporna. But it's still a very high number, and we're very happy with the result.
Due to the bad weather, we were only able to make 41 out of 53 planned dives. I found about 28 species of agaricid corals and 14 species of euphylid corals. And I expected to find 1 or 2 more species from the area, but I did not find those species, possibly because we were not able to visit reefs with more oceanic conditions.
I was looking at invertebrates collected for commercial purposes, such as giant clams and sea cucumbers, as well as other organisms which could be attractive to divers. However, the diversity and the abundance of the invertebrates wasn't very high, and part of the reason was probably due to the lack of diverse habitats as well as intensive collection that is being conducted throughout the park area.
We have difficulty in some of the sites on the bad visibility, so we managed to survey around 36 sites with 55 transects laid. Unfortunately, we only found 4 transects that have an excellent live coral coverage, and the rest have more or less fair to good condition of reefs.
So we saw almost 500 different fish species throughout the region. However, there was generally a low abundance of fish species overall, and relatively few megafauna such as turtles and sharks. So this generally indicates that there's been some overfishing pressure in the region. An establishment of marine protected areas will help build these fish stocks. There was relatively few fish data available in the region prior to this expedition, so we'll be able to use this data to help in the Tun Mustapha Park marine zoning plan that will help protect nursery grounds and protect high diversity sites.
Sepanjang pemerhatian dalam ekspedisi ini, saya mendapati saiz ikan adalah terlalu kecil. Di hampir semua kawasan di Taman Marin Tun Mustapha ini, hanya satu kawasan yang menunjukkan saiz ikan yang lebih besar, yang penting untuk menunjukkan ekosistem marin yang seimbang.
The expedition was a great experience. We had a great boat and a good crew helping us out. And during the expedition I found 25 ovalid snails and 23 different genera of octocorals. Maybe there are more, but we have to examine the species back in the Netherlands, and maybe we'll find some more species and different genera that we collected here.
The weather made the expedition challenging. We could not visit some of the exposed sites and therefore missed out on a few coral species. But overall there was a good diversity of corals and therefore a good diversity of gull crabs. I think I collected about the same number of species as I did in Semporna, and possibly one gull crab species new to science, because it was collected from a coral host that no one ever collected a gull crab from before. So that's exciting, but I have to check with a microscope back home in the Netherlands to see if it's really a new species.
I've collected about 400 specimens of red, brown and green algae, and also a few seagrasses. They represent an estimated 130 species. Some are new to science. I know that because I found them at other locations already. They still need to be described. Other species I've never seen in my life, nor do I recognize them from a picture, so it remains to be seen whether they are new or not.
So our data collection objective here was to rapidly assess coral reef health and diversity in this region. And our next step is to incorporate the findings from this expedition into the proposed zoning plan for Tun Mustapha Park.
Jangkaan awal saya sangkakan batu karang ini memang sudah hancur disebabkan bom dan juga sujum yang setiap kali kedengaran. Pada hakikatnya tidaklah sebegitu teruk daripada yang sebelum. Mungkin juga penduduk kampung sudah sadar bahwa bahayanya penggunaan bom dan sujum kepada nelayan dan juga hidupan laut.
Generally, I'm happy with the data I've collected. It has been a challenging trip, and I think everyone's exhausted, but happy.